All right, episode 6. We're back. Ow! Just stepped on a rock. That hurt. Um, yeah, it's been a minute, but moving into the new house, new place, and back on track. So here we go. Okay. It's easy as that. Whew. So I didn't have a specific topic for today. I kind of thought since it's the new year, it'd be kind of appropriate to just kind of go back and review my year. I feel like that's a little bit personal for me, but I don't know, maybe it's useful for you guys. So I can pretty easily say this is the best year of my life. Challenging, definitely, but the best by far. Um, Ended a very long relationship, almost 7 years, uh, before moving out here, and then moved down here. I only knew like two people, Joe and Bree, who good friends, but I mean, at the time we weren't like super close, not like great close friends. And so it was a little bit of a risky venture coming down here. But I think after so long with someone, right? Like especially for like my formative years, I think I needed the challenge of like testing what I was made of, like if I could make it on my own as my own person. And I'm here, so it worked. Um, we moved down here with my best friend Justin into like a tiny little two-bed townhouse on the south end. And yeah, I just kind of put my head down and tried to grow my business. I spent the last year trying as often as I could to work on myself, to kind of narrow my focus to personal and economic growth, personal and financial growth. And man, I'm really happy with with what's become of the last year of my life. I think it's not often that we get such a direct um what's the word I'm looking for? Such like a direct and in your face result, right? That validates the growth we're trying to pursue. But I mean, we just moved into a it's a little much, it's a little big, but it's a big 5 bed house, got a backyard, and man, I don't know. It's weird. I don't want to sound like egotistical, but like I did that. Like I moved out here. I made it happen. I started small and I built my business. I doubled my clientele in a year. Um, Improved myself athletically, strength wise, in all the metrics that matter to me physically. Built deeper relationships with friends. Curated relationships with the people that I wanted to. And built my life to a place where like I don't know. I'm just like I'm kind of like overflowed, overflowing with like just gratitude from where my life is at. Yeah, I don't really have a lesson in all this. I'm just like I'm stoked on life. I didn't. I wanted all this to happen, but I think you spend so much time with another person, especially in your formative years, and you question. You question your own identity. You question what you're capable of, and I think that I met all those questions, I answered them all. And that's where a lot of this is coming from. It's not the actual I don't give a fuck where I live. Like it's nice. It's nice having space. It's nice having a place that's bigger than what I need. It's nice having a fulfilled, thriving business. But that's just stuff, right? It's me internally. I feel good about the man that I am, the person I've become, the path that I'm on, and the people that I've chosen to curate friendships and bonds with, right? And I don't know, man. It's just a good feeling. It's just I'm kind of lost for words for it, but it's been a good year. Training has been wild. Um, I spent the last 2 years really finally getting a handle on my nutrition. I got the leanest I've ever been in the last spring. Got the biggest I've ever been during prep for powerlifting. Strongest I've ever been. Now I'm in a phase where we've transitioned from powerlifting to a lot of athletic stuff, and I'm more athletic than I've ever been right now. I feel I'm almost 250 pounds and moving like I used to when I was 220 playing football. And so it feels really good to have those quantifiable metrics to kind of support how I feel about my progress. My anxiety, my depression have all gotten better. At least better at managing them. I'm having more good days than bad. So the mental, the physical, and the emotional growth are there. And God, I don't want to sound like I'm just trying to like rah myself, but I think it's okay to celebrate the wins sometimes. It's okay to celebrate, and I have a hard time with that, but I have to tell myself it's okay to celebrate that like I put the work in and I've accomplished things that I don't know, I kind of didn't think I could. I had questions, I had doubts. I had doubts in my own abilities, my ability to follow through on things, to remain disciplined, to not procrastinate, to be, make good choices, long-term choices. It just feels good. It feels good to be sitting in a cold tub talking to, it's small, but a number of people that want to listen to what I have to say in a yard that I worked for and paid for. Like, yeah, it's just, it feels, it just feels good. Life doesn't always work out like that. Sometimes, stuff gets in the way, unforeseen events, but I don't know. It just this feels like a really strong validation of the idea that if you work for something doggedly, if you just don't ever like let your focus sway and you just consistently do that day in and day out despite pitfalls and mess ups and failures, you just constantly trudge forward, put your fucking head down, and you just take a step and then a step and then a step. You ignore what your intrusive thoughts say. You ignore what the insecurities say. Ignore what other people say. You just put your fucking head down and you step and step. Good things happen. I mean, we're lucky enough to live in a world where despite a lot of adversity and a lot of bad things happening, we still live in a world and in a place where if you decide that you want better for yourself, you can make that happen. Feels good. It was a good year. I'm ready for the next one. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for, you know, giving a shit about what I've got to do, what I've got to say. It means a lot. Seriously, it does. Not just for validation of self, but just as as a measure of the man that I am and the respect that I've earned, it helps support the idea that I'm making some kind of difference or having some kind of a positive impact in the world, even if it's a small group, even if the tribe or the community of people is small. I'm doing something useful. I'm not just pursuing happiness, I'm pursuing usefulness. So, thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out, and that's it. All right. Later, guys.